Accommodation in Grand Teton National Park is not always easy due to, well, its popularity. In this video, I'll show you every lodge and cabin, from simple to sophisticated. I'll also show you every campground in the park and how to properly schedule your backcountry adventure. Let's begin with hotels, lodges, and cabins in the park. First is American Alpine Club Grand Teton Climbers Ranch. Don't expect anything overly fancy, as this property resembles a spiffy hostel with its rustic co-ed bunk rooms and community cooking shelter. Colter Bay cabins are located on the shores of beautiful Jackson Lake. There are 208 small log cabins and also a number of tent cabins. Headwaters Lodge and Cabins at Flagg Ranch is located in John D. Rockefeller Jr. Memorial Parkway and only 2 miles south of Yellowstone and about 5 miles north of the Grand Teton National Park entrance. Jackson Lake Lodge is the most famous of all of the available properties in the park. John D. Rockefeller Jr. hired architect Gilbert Stanley Underwood in 1950 to design the Jackson Lake Lodge, and its doors opened in 1955. The views of Mount Moran from the lobby are absolutely breathtaking. Jenny Lake is a popular summer destination, and the same could be said for this lodge. This rustic yet surprisingly luxurious full-service resort features 37 cabins in a secluded area near the lake and set in a beautiful forested area. The lakefront log cabin-style apartments at Signal Mountain Lodge are located right on Jackson Lake and enjoy incredible views of Mount Moran. This area offers easy access to the lake and also to nearby dining and shopping. If you're looking for something different, perhaps more cowboy or Wyoming, then XXX Ranch is the place for you. This is a 5-generation working dude ranch with outdoor activities and $1 million view. If you're unable to reserve accommodation in the park, don't worry. The town of Jackson is very close by, and Teton Village, well, it's even closer. If you're looking into the Jackson area, I highly recommend Rendezvous Mountain Rentals. They've helped us a number of times, and every single time they have delivered. Their customer service is awesome as well. Another place we've stayed at is Fireside Resort. We stayed in one of their cabins during the summer of 2020 and loved it. The cabin was surprisingly large, clean, and the experience was unique. If having a roof over your head is a little too glamorous for you, or you brought your home on wheels, then camping in Grand Teton National Park is an incredible option. Grand Teton National Park has 7 drive-in campgrounds and more than 1,000 individual campsites. And if you have been to the park in the summer and have seen how busy it is, you won't be surprised to find out that these sites book up fast. So, here are the campgrounds in Grand Teton National Park. The Colter Bay Campground is one of the largest in the park and close to Jackson Lake. It's also one of 3 camping facilities in the Colter Bay area. Incredible views of Mount Moran and the northern Teton Range are only a short stroll away. Next is Colter Bay RV Park, which provides full hookups for campers at this facility. Close by is beautiful Jackson Lake and, of course, views of the amazing Mount Moran. And finally in the area is Colter Bay Tent Village. This campsite is set amongst towering lodgepole pines. The tent village includes 66 cabins and is open from mid-May to early September. Gravant is Grand Teton's largest campground and is located in the southeast part of the park, closest to the town of Jackson. Wildlife, including bison, moose, and mule deer, frequent this area. Jenny Lake is a very popular destination, and so too is this small campground. Located only a few hundred yards from the east shore of Jenny Lake, the location is one of the finest in the park. Lizard Creek Campground is a rustic site and is located in a remote part of Grand Teton National Park. The campground is 11 miles south of Yellowstone and 8 miles north of Colter Bay Village, providing easy access to both parks. The campsites are in a spruce and fir forest on the shores of Jackson Lake. Signal Mountain Campground enjoys spectacular views of Mount Moran and the northern tip of the Teton Mountain Range, and is near to Signal Mountain Lodge and the shore of Jackson Lake. And finally, Headwaters Campground, which is located just outside of Grand Teton National Park and within the John D. Rockefeller Jr. Memorial Parkway. This campground is only 5 miles from Grand Teton National Park. Don't forget that there are other campgrounds located outside of the park if you are having trouble reserving a campground inside of Grand Teton National Park. If you're searching for a slightly more adventurous trip and manicured campgrounds are not for you, well, you're in luck. Grand Teton National Park offers the genuine backcountry experience, but it does require advanced planning. All backcountry camping requires a permit, which are issued on a first-come, first-served basis no more than 1 day before the start of your trip. Permits can be obtained online at reservation.gov or in person at the Colter Bay Visitor Center, the Craig Thomas Discovery and Visitor Center, or the Jenny Lake Ranger Station. Requests for advance reservations are only accepted January to May. All reservations are processed through recreation.gov. A non-refundable service fee of $45 will be charged for each reservation. 1/3 of the sites are reserved in advance, leaving 2/3 available for walk-in permits. It is important, of course, to follow all of the backcountry regulations to help maintain the integrity of the park and the safety of everyone. The National Park Service has free information and videos designed to make your trip safe. A few quick tips are, of course, a good idea. First, remember this is bear country. Bear-proof canisters are required for overnight stays in the backcountry. Backpackers are required to carry approved bear-resistant canisters. It's critical to carry enough drinking water, and should you use water sources in the park, use tablets or water filtration devices to purify your water. With the weather, well, expect the unexpected and be prepared with the right clothing. In the summer, thunderstorms occur frequently. The high elevation must be respected as it can cause breathing difficulties, particularly if you're not conditioned for it. Be certain someone else knows where you're going and your expected return date. And solo hiking and off-trail hiking are definitely not recommended. And finally, check with a ranger station for current information on trail conditions. So, there you go. Accommodation in the magnificent Grand Teton National Park. If you're considering heading into Yellowstone and need accommodation there, well, check out this video right here.